Greetings. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So we are learning one of those softwares that we talked about in the initial video. We are learning first of the softwares, that's Abacus, a finite element based software. And we are into the module called Abacus for Beginners. And we are almost into the end of our first module. So in today's video, we are going to create again an interesting geometry. We will learn how different tools uh, of our graphical user interface in Abacus can be used and utilized to create some interesting geometries, and then we'll see how we can view our geometry at different angles and in different planes, how we can change the graph, rather the background of our interface in Abacus. And so I think let's get started. So in today's video, we are going to create a glass. As you can see, the dimensions are given. It's 5 units or 5 centimeters at the top, 3.5 centimeter at the bottom, and the height of our glass is 6 centimeter. So we'll try to create this kind of a geometry using Abacus. So let's get started. So we are into the part module that we talked initially. We are in the part module. We are going to create a part. Let's name it as glass. And we are going to use revolution. Since this is a kind of a cylindrical kind of a geometry, so we are going to use revolution. Continue. So when we are using revolution in this canvas, drawing canvas, we'll have by default a construction line created. What is the use of this? Is we need to create a 2D plane over here, which if revolved around this construction line will result in the geometry that we wish. So what we are going to do here is, so we are going to create draw a line. Let's draw a vertical line along this construction line. I have drawn of any dimensions, I don't know. So I need this, let this be the height of the glass. So I know this has to be 6. This is some 45, so 6 units or 6 centimeter. Okay, so let me delete this dimension line, or let me delete this now. So this is the line that I've created. Now let me draw a line at the top. Since the total dimension at the top is 5 centimeter, I need to dimension this line as 2.5. I'm going to create a half of it only here, 2.5, and at the bottom the dimension is 3.5, so half of this 3.5 has to be, I have drawn of any dimension. Then let's go to the add dimension, click on this, it's 1.76. I need it to be as 1.75, half of 3.7, 3.5. Now what I'll do is I'll join these 2 points, right? So now I have created a plane which, if revolved around this construction line, will result in a glass or a solid geometry of this type. So I'll say yes, done. Now what is the angle? I want to rotate or revolve this, rotate this plane about the construction line in 360-degree angle. So my resulting geometry is something like this. The shape is exactly the same that I wanted, but this is Not yet the glass, the hollow glass, right? Rather, there is no space over here. And remember this angle over here, if you calculate, this is 7 degrees. Yeah, 2.5 at the top, 3.5 at the bottom. This angle 2.5 and 1.75. So this angle, when you calculate it, it is 7 degrees. So what I'll do now is I'll go to the cut extrude in the part. There's an option like cut extrude. I need to cut a portion out of this glass so that I can create a resulting geometry that I want. So select the plane for the cut extrude. This is the plane, and this is the line that needs to be at the right. Okay, now I need to go to the circle, create a circle. This is the center. I can click anywhere. I don't know the dimensions as of now, so let me check the radius of this. Its radius is, it says 1.81, right? Or in other words, in other way, how you can do it is, I need to dimension it. I need to check the dimensions. I need to click on this, click on there here, and this is 1.81, right? But let's suppose I don't know the thickness of that glass, so let's suppose that is 1 unit. So the total is 5, or the radius is 2.5, right? Let me choose this as to be 2. So that means I have a thickness of 0.5 centimeter. Done. Now I need this to be cut out of the solid geometry that was there. So what I'll do is, but this will go straight at 90 degrees, but I need this to be cut parallel to these edges, these walls. So I know the angle is 7 degrees, so I'll use 7 degrees, and this needs to be cut not through the bottom but only up to blind, only up to 5.5. That means I will have a 0.5 of total height is 6 units. I want this to be cut up to 5.5 units only, 5.5 centimeters only. Let me click OK. Okay, I'm done with the resulting geometry. Nice. So here is the glass that I wanted to be created. Because I did not know the thickness, I assumed the thickness of 0.5 centimeter. So here is how you can use revolution and then cut extrude tools to create a geometry like this. Whenever you need to create solids of revolution like a cylinder or a cone, we can use revolution command or revolution tool available. So I'm done with the geometry that I wanted to be, that I wanted to create in this video. Now I want to see this in the top view or in the front view, or I want to see the side view of this. So where do I need to go? There are no view options over here. If if those are there, well and good. If they're not there, you need to go to the view option in the main menu. Then there's a toolbar. In the toolbar there is views. You need to click on new views, and views will show up here. You need to place it anywhere here, and you have the views. Now I want to view my geometry in XY plane. That's the front view. XY back view. This is my XZ plane. That will be nothing but the top view. XZ plane, this will be the bottom view. Side views. And XYZ, this is the isometric view. Okay, can I change the color of my part? Since this is grayish or whitish, creamy color, whatever you'll like it to call. Can I change it? I need to go to parts. Okay, parts by default the color is like this. I can change it over here. Color dialog. Okay, I have some two parts. I don't know which the other part. Let me delete model. I have some two parts, but I'm currently in glass, right part. Okay, can I change the color? Yes, I can. I need to double click on this. Let me make it something like greenish or bluish. Okay, okay, apply. See, what if I want to take some snip of this, but the background is, it kinds of match with the with our geometry. So I want a white background. Where do I need to go? It's in the view again, graphics options. Something like this will pop up the dialog box. The current, if you see, the current background is a gradient. Dark at the top, some light at the bottom. Light at the bottom, if you see, it's kind of a gray, but I want it to be white. I want to go to solid, change the color to white, apply. Here we are. I've changed the color of my background. You can choose any other color from this view option. Perspective view. Different views are whenever there is some if you want to, or if you wish to change views or change the graphics, you need to go to the view in the main menu if you are able to see. So I believe this was again a kind of introductory only to how we can create some different or interesting geometries, how we can use different types of tools that are there in Abacus. So I think we'll now have another video of this module that will be, I think, the last video, wherein we will again look in some geometries, in some tools, just like in this video. And then we are definitely going to start new modules wherein we'll do some static analysis, dynamic analysis. Then you learn to create some complex geometries which will be analyzed. Some dynamic analysis will be performed, and of course explicit, implicit, all types of analysis you'll get to know. But since this is just a module for the beginners, that's why we are more focusing on the graphical user interface and how different tools can play a part in creating different kinds of geometries. I hope you would like this video, and hope you'll be there in future as well. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for your patience.